Before this story begins, I need you to pause for 1 second. Look around the room you're in right now. Check the corners. Check behind you. Because the scariest thing about being watched is not knowing when it started. This story isn't about monsters. It's about something worse. Something that doesn't chase you, doesn't knock, doesn't breathe loudly. It just waits. And by the end of this story, you might realize someone has been watching you too. Today, we're going to dive into a story that takes that familiar feeling, that little prickle on the back of your neck, and just twists it into an absolute nightmare. I mean, we've all heard this, right? It's something you'd say as a joke, maybe a line from a movie, just a throwaway comment. It's that kind of phrase we use to just brush off that little flicker of paranoia. But what if it's true? What if, for just one person, it wasn't a joke at all? What if that feeling wasn't just paranoia, but perception? Well, that's exactly where our story kicks off. So, let's get into it. We start with our main character, Mara. She's looking for a fresh start, a new apartment. And at first, everything seems perfectly normal, almost too quiet. But in that stillness, something else is settling in. And her new apartment? I mean, it is the definition of ordinary. A simple one-bedroom, cheap rent, a quiet neighborhood. It's the perfect spot to rebuild her life. It's so relatable, so mundane. And honestly, that's what makes the dread that's coming so much more effective. This is a place that is supposed to feel safe. So, at first, it's not a sound, it's not a sight, it's just a feeling. You know that sense that when you turn your back, the empty space behind you isn't quite empty anymore? That's what she's feeling. And of course, she dismisses it as stress. I mean, who wouldn't? Our mind's first line of defense against something unbelievable is to just question itself, right? But this feeling, it doesn't go away. And this is where things start to get really intense. That internal feeling, that little bit of paranoia, it starts to bleed into the physical world. We're talking small but undeniable changes, all designed to make her question her own sanity. The escalation here is so methodical, it's creepy. Think about it. Each event is just small enough that you could doubt it on its own. A clean mirror? Maybe I wiped it. An unlocked window? Shoot, I must have forgotten. It's classic gaslighting, right? Making the victim distrust their own memory. But when you put them all together, they form this terrifying pattern. And then, the breathing. That's the first undeniable proof that she is not alone. Okay, so all of this builds to the story's first major turning point. The watcher isn't content to just sit back and observe silently anymore. Oh no. It reaches out, using the one device that is always with us, her phone. Just imagine getting this text from an unknown number. A message that proves someone isn't just in your home, but they're watching your habits, your little mistakes. The barrier between the physical world and the digital one just gets completely shattered. See, modern horror isn't just a monster in the closet anymore. It's an unknown contact who has full access to your private life. So what does she do? Exactly what any of us would do, right? She tries to take back control. First, she verifies the threat. Yep, the window is wide open. Then, she creates a shield for herself, sleeping with all the lights on. And the next morning, she sets a trap using technology, absolutely determined to catch whoever or whatever is doing this. But, of course, the very technology that was meant to protect her, it becomes a tool of absolute terror. The motion alert goes off. She checks the feed. And just for a split second, a glitch in the footage reveals what's really there. A tall, still shape, just standing in her living room. And then, immediately after she sees that, this message comes through. The implication here is just bone-chilling. This isn't some random intruder. This presence has a plan, it has a timeline. And Mara, by trying to see it, has just broken a very important rule. And that's it. She's done. She packs a bag, ready to just get out of there. But the entity, it's moved past psychological games now. We're talking control. Her home is no longer a sanctuary. It's a cage. The front door, it just won't open. And then her phone rings. And in this chilling, hollow voice, the entity tells her she broke the first rule. Her crime? Looking. Just looking. Her attempt to see her tormentor, to catch it on camera, that was the transgression. And this is so crucial. This thing doesn't want to be seen. It only wants to be felt. So now she's trapped, she's terrified. What can she do? She turns to the only tool she has left: research. She starts digging into the history of her apartment. And what she finds? Well, it confirms her absolute worst fears. She is not the first. And the data she finds is just cold, hard, and terrifying. 6 previous tenants, all of them women who lived alone. 5 of them just vanished without a trace. The 6th one took her own life. And before they disappeared, every single one of them reported the exact same thing: I feel like someone is watching me. This isn't random at all. It's a pattern. It's a hunt. Remember that one woman who didn't disappear, the one who took her own life? She left a note, just 3 words. It's a warning that is both literal and just terrifyingly metaphorical. Don't look back. Now, was she talking about her past, or was she talking about what was literally standing behind her? At this point, all hope of escape is gone. So Mara makes a final, desperate choice. She decides to break that primary rule completely. She stands right in front of her mirror and directly challenges this thing, basically inviting it to show itself. And the entity accepts her challenge. The mirror begins to warp. The reflection of her room just dissolves into something else entirely, an impossible, endless, dark hallway. And way down at the far end of that hallway, a figure is standing there, watching her. And this, right here, brings us to the final, horrifying revelation. Because the climax of this story, it's not just about a haunted apartment. Not at all. It's about something way more personal and far, far more inescapable. So as this thing in the mirror starts revealing details from her childhood, things no one could possibly know, she screams out that final desperate question: how do you know me? And the answer, my God, the answer is the absolute core of this story's horror. Because you were never alone. It was never about the apartment. It has always been about her. So what happens next? Well, the official report is sterile, clinical, and just utterly chilling. Mara is now officially a missing person. Her apartment was found locked from the inside. No signs of a struggle, no fingerprints, no cameras, no phone. Everything is gone, except for one final taunting message, written in the dust on her mirror, just left there for the next person to find. And that leaves us with the story's ultimate chilling takeaway. You see, the most terrifying threats, they aren't the ones that hunt you down. They're the ones that have been with you all along, just waiting quietly in the shadows, waiting for that one single moment when you finally turn around and look. They say Mara disappeared without a trace. No struggle, no goodbye, no answers, just a message on her mirror. You are being watched. But the scariest part isn't what happened to her. It's this. Stories like hers always start the same way, with someone feeling watched and convincing themselves they're imagining it. So tonight, when the lights go off, when your phone screen goes dark, when your room falls silent, ask yourself, are you really alone? Or have you just not noticed yet?